Hey there guys, this is Josh Dragon here, and today I'm going to be bringing you the next installment in Tijsel's gaming competition, Snakes on a Cartesian Plane. This is actually very similar to the old Atari Classic Snakes. For any of you guys unfamiliar with it, heck, even I'm a little unfamiliar with it, but Snakes is a really fun game. I actually played this game way back in about 4 years ago. I was playing in a gaming competition on the website Gaming Arcade, I think it was, and we had to basically play this game all the way throughout the tournament, and I wound up winning that thing. I think my opponent defaulted in the finals or something like that. And it's a fun game. I really like this one. So the whole purpose here with this game is just to pick up these little green dots, which enlarges the snake and makes the game a lot more difficult. Also, I think the snake seems like he speeds up a little bit the more of these dots that he eats, so that always adds to the challenge. One of the best things you can do is to really stretch him, kind of like what I'm doing right there, and just do these zigzag patterns where you're basically letting the snake have time to kind of coil around the room again. And another little known secret that you may or may not know is that you can actually cut right through these walls. You don't die if you touch this blue ceiling area. You can actually go right through there, just like it's part of the game, and that won't kill you. The only thing that kills you in this game is by touching yourself. So right here, this is actually the run that I did to beat Wii Player's score of 89, and I was trying to do that. I was not sure if I was going to be able to get it or not because it took me a few tries. And I really do believe that when you're playing in a gaming competition, it's so important to get off to a good start. I wasn't sure if I was going to get the top seed or not. That doesn't always happen, but I was certainly happy to get a pretty good score for the first round. And although sometimes it's not a good thing to have the top seed because, I've had some tournaments where being the top seed has given me a very, very difficult draw. In fact, about almost 5 years ago now, I was playing in a competition called River Falls, and I was the top seed in that competition, and I wound up having to play DeJory, who's, in my opinion, probably one of the greatest gamers of all time. I had wound up having to play him in the first round. And the only other time we'd played before, I had beaten him, but it was very, very close. And I knew that, having to face someone like that in the first round was going to be a lot of trouble for me. And it was. He played about as well as I've ever seen anyone play, and he absolutely demolished me in the first round. So sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes it's not. It really just depends a lot. But I certainly do think, though, that declaring yourself early on, anytime you're serious about winning the tournament, is very, very important. So right here, as you can tell, my snake has gotten very long, and I'm really just trying to keep him alive now by zigzagging around the room. And again, if you miss the pellets, it's not really that big of a deal. I just missed one right there. And, you can always get another chance at it later on by just keeping this pattern going. That's really the whole point, is just, having consistency and not hitting yourself, because then you've got to do it all over again. I'm managing to do a pretty good job of getting most of the pellets so I'm not having to redo too many of them. That's always really annoying when you're trying to get the pellets and then you miss one and your body's so long you can't turn around and go back and get it, and you have to just redo the whole zigzag pattern again. So we're at 80 right now. And by this point, I'm feeling a little bit nervous. I know I'm close to getting that scored. I know that I only have a few more to go. And I think this was my first time getting into the 80s range. And I'm just thinking, just keep the pattern going. Just keep it real simple. Don't get cocky. Don't do anything, to show off for the video. Just keep it all nice and neat. And that's my whole point of focus right now. It's just not to mess up, because I don't want to have to do that again. I just missed a pellet there, and I didn't try to go back to get it. Do like a little tight curve there to pick up that pellet. I just did the zigzag pattern again, keeping it as simple as I could. Even if I have to do it again, it's not that big of a deal. It's better just to get it down right. So we're at 86 now, we're closing in, 87. And at this point, it's just about not making any mistakes. Just giving myself as much, I just went right past it there, but again, it's just I was a little apprehensive right here because I was getting kind of close to the tail. The head was a little closer. I knew I had to make those turns very tightly. I had to cut the turns as tightly as I could. And then I got it, and I was so relieved to get that done. I was like, man, that felt good. Even if I tied it, I felt good about that. I was a little bit apprehensive about making that turn because I didn't have a lot of room to maneuver around in, and he's going pretty fast at this point. You do not want to make any mistakes with the turns. Once you get up around the 80s, 90s probably range, that snake really gets going pretty fast. Alright, so I'm up to 92 now. And I guess I'm trying to set a record here. I think I wanted to see if I could get over 100. I saw that Best had over 100 as his all-time record, and I think I was going to try to break that. But I wasn't quite able to do it. Nevertheless, I was satisfied with 93. It's not too bad. Alright, so we're now back on the main page, taking a look at the other players' scores. I have a little conversation there about the game ending, the tournament ending next year. So Best with a score of 50, LOL of Death with 22, Picture with 39, Race has 33, the Most Manly Man with 2, Lou Heat has 1. Lou is sandbagging there. Micah has 43. BC Legends 42, Hamuka 31, Matahue with 66. I think Matahue is a very, very good player. That has 44, Precarious at 58, 66, and there's me with 93. Alright guys, so in the next video I'm going to be bringing you the main draw, and hopefully we're not going to have anyone too difficult for the first few rounds at least. It'd be interesting if I get maybe a showdown early on with Best and Shawner or Precarious or Wii Player or someone like that, but personally I'm kind of hoping for an easy first few rounds, and that I won't have to play them right off the bat right away. But thank you for watching this video, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any other comments or suggestions, I'm open to hearing them. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.